up, guys? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, my name is Yadrissa, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this ombre pink watercolor hair. And I did use a 613 blonde wig to achieve this color because I did want the color to stand out and pop a lot more. So that's what I did, go and do the watercolor on top of a blonde wig so that, you know, the color can stand out more. I'm going to show you all the products that I use, and I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how I got this exact ombre pink hair. So if you want to see how I got this watercolor method, as always, just stay tuned to my channel. I hope you're enjoying my content here on my channel, and if you're not already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a weekly video. Stay tuned. This is a 13x4 frontal. This is 613 blonde hair from Amazon, 18 inches, Gabriel store, if anybody's interested. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking my boiling hot water and I'm going to be pouring it into my pan. I like to use hot water. This is Cotton Candy by Adore. This is a semi-permanent hair dye, and I'm going to be using that cotton candy first. So what I'm first going to be doing is I'm just going to be pouring half of that bottle in first because I just wanted to see the color pay off on the hair. So that's why I did it that way. And I am going to be using my whisk, my metal whisk, to just mix in that dye into that boiling water. Make sure you mix it very well so there's not chunks of hair color inside of the pan, so everything is, you know, thoroughly mixed up together. So this is the wig, and I do want to do a tri-color, which will be 3-color. I want to do a 3-color ombre. So what I'm doing is I'm just separating the hair. I'm going to hold it and just be placing that top half into that water with that cotton candy color. So just this portion excuse me, just this portion of the hair, I want it to be that soft pink, that soft cotton candy pink. So that's why I only put this much, and I didn't put the ends of the hair into the water as well because I didn't want it to take up to soak up any of that hair color, because I wanted these at the bottom to be different colors basically. So I'm using my whisk. Make sure you put on gloves and use some type of tool to push the wig down, because again, this is boiling water. You don't want to burn yourself. So ladies, gentlemen, you know, whoever you are watching this video, just make sure you be careful. I was just looking at the color to see if it where I wanted it to be, and I did like the color a lot. I really liked it a lot, and I'm just taking the rest of that pink color, that soft color, and I'm just pouring the rest of that bottle into that pan of hot boiling water. Again, this is the watercolor method, and I am going to be just pouring the rest of that hair color in because I did like it how you know, how light it was, but I knew that it wasn't going to get any darker, so it would just be a little bit more pigmented, but not necessarily a dark color. So I'll just mix the rest of the bottle into that boiling water, and I'm mixing it in with my whisk, and I'm just combing through the hair, as you can see here, just making sure everything is, you know, not tangled or anything like that. And again, I don't want the ends to be dyed, so I'm going to be pinning that part aside, and I'm just going to be placing the top of that wig inside of that water again. And I am going to let this sit for 15 minutes, let this color sit. And what I like to do when I put my wig inside of, when I'm doing my watercolor method, I like to just keep pressing down on the hair while it's inside of the water, because I feel like it helps all of the strands of hair get saturated with that color and helps it soak up the color, so there's no blotchy or spaces or just patches in your hair that are not fully dyed basically or colored. So I like to just press it down, just make sure everything is saturated, everything is covered. So this is after the first 15 minutes. And as you can see, it's still that very pretty soft pink, which I love how it looks like a bubblegum pink. I really love this color. But again, I wanted to do a tri-color, which is 3 colors. I wanted to do a layered pink effect. Go from light down to darker at the ends. So I'm just showing you that everything is pretty much colored, and it did color the way that I wanted it to color. the strands are fully saturated, and I'm making sure that I'm wringing that hair out gently. And I'm making my second batch of watercolor, and this time I'm going to be using that pink rose color. So I did pour out that first mixture of color because, again, I'm doing a darker color this time. So I poured that out, and I'm going in with this pink rose from Adore. This is also a semi-permanent color, and I'm going to be pouring that into my boiling water. Make sure you mix it up thoroughly. If you haven't already done so, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying my content here on my channel. So I was just making sure I comb it through once more before I dip it into that second color. As you can see, as I wring it off, it was still a lot of, it was still really wet, and I didn't want that to be too wet, so I was just wringing out as much as I can and combing it through so that the strands of hair are separated when I'm dipping it into the water, so that all of the strands of hair would pick up the color very well. So make sure you comb it thoroughly. So I'm only dipping the bottom half that I did not dip before, and a little bit above where that bubblegum pink is. That first pink color, that light pink rose color, and I'm combing it through just to see if I like where it is going to be. I didn't want it to be that straight line of straight line going across, so you can see that, oh, this is where she stopped dipping the hair, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want that harsh line going across, that straight line. So I kept on dipping my hair until I got that desired ombre effect. As you can see, it's blended very well. So I did let this sit in for additional 15 minutes with this second hair color. And as you can see, I didn't put the top of that wig into that mixture because the top is going to be that soft pink color, and the second color that I'm doing now is that the darker pink. I really like how this second color came out. It blended very well. It looks really good as an ombre effect just to be done with watercolor. Like, I was really surprised, but not so much because I did do this once before, but I just really liked how the colors blended. I'm just showing you guys up close how it looks. So this is the third color that I'm going to be using, and that is berry red. So it's not even a pink shade, it's a berry red, but it was darker than the previous color that I put on before this mixture. So it was a little darker than that, and I didn't think that it was going to give off too much of a red color because I did mix it in with that pink dye that I already had in the water, and I mixed it in with that. And as you can see, I'm just going to be dipping just the ends of the hair now, just the ends. I just wanted the ends with this little darker berry pink color that I'm using from Temptation. Just dipping those ends, and I'm just going up and down because I wanted to be colored fully for the hair to be saturated as well. I am going to sit this hair aside and let it sit for additional 15 minutes with this third color, doing the watercolor method. And this is how the color looks. I am really satisfied with how this came out. I'm really loving this color, and I can't wait to install it. Look how pretty those colors are. So I did go in and rinse the hair in cold water. Make sure I rinsed it thoroughly, and I'm combing it as I'm rinsing the hair out. I didn't put any shampoo or anything into the hair. I'm just rinsing the color out basically. I'm using my silicone mix, and this is a conditioner, and I'm going to be using that on my wig. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but I like to soften up the hair after I apply the the semi-permanent dyes and everything like that, just to give the hair some more just love on your wig. You got to take care of your wigs. So I'm putting that conditioner on it to just soften that hair up again, because it's been through a lot doing all this dipping and dyeing. Girl, take care of your wigs. I'm conditioning this wig. I put 20 minutes, but I left mine for about an hour. I ain't gonna lie, but I just put 20 minutes. I really wanted mine to really saturate that conditioner and soak. This is the finished product of this wig after I rinse the hair out. I'm going to show you how the hair looks on my head.